Hello, this is Rick Caselge from Exercises for Injuries. I'm really excited to bring you another interview from an expert in the fitness field. Today I have an interview for you from Bill Huhn. Bill specializes in trigger point therapy. He's going to share with us what trigger points are, why fitness professionals need to know about trigger points, how trigger points can affect your client's progress when it comes to their exercise program. So thanks for reading the blog and enjoy the interview. This is Rick Caselge from Exercises for Injuries signing off. Take care and bye-bye.
Hello, Exercises for Injuries blog readers. This is Rick Caselge with another interview with a body worker talking about trigger points. So I'm interviewing today Bill Huhn. He's going to share with us, about trigger points and the importance of trigger points and why fitness professionals need to understand and be aware of trigger points. So Bill, I'll get you to introduce yourself to the listeners.
Yeah, thank you, Rick. My name is Bill Huhn. I am a trigger point body worker. My office is in Nanaimo, BC. I've been doing it for quite a few years now, but the last several years I've decided to offer workshops about trigger points to people in the fitness industry, and also now I'm expanding it a bit to incorporate workshops for body workers, massage therapists.
Okay, and so kind of going back down to the basics, what is a trigger point?
Well, trigger point has a few definitions. I'll give you the basic one that most people are aware of. Trigger points are hyper-irritable nodules. They're found in taut bands of muscle. The nodule is painful when it's compressed and can give rise to characteristic referred pain or referred tenderness, motor dysfunction, and also autonomic phenomena. So it's not just a pain issue that trigger points can cause. So essentially what we boil it down to is it's a muscle knot. But again, the whole point of trigger point body work is the fact that these knots do refer to other parts of the body.
Okay, and looking at the common fitness professional, we're not really taught about trigger points in our certifications and training. So why is it important that a fitness professional would need to be aware of trigger points when it comes to their client's fitness program?
Well, actually, that is a very good question, and it is actually the whole reason that I started the whole workshop program. Over the years, I found that many of my clients who were coming to see me for pain problems were actually suffering from trigger points and their referral patterns. And innocently, the personal trainer that they might have or the fitness leader that my client might have, again, innocently was giving them exercises for certain conditions, and these exercises were actually exacerbating the problem. Now, what happens, Rick, is trigger points in a muscle cause the muscle to not function normally. It ceases to function normal. And also, it will cease to build muscle mass. So, again, innocently, because it's not part of fitness curriculum, the trainer will say, well, let's strengthen that core or let's strengthen that shoulder. And if they aren't aware that there are trigger points active in that area, the exercise is redundant, so it's actually not going to build any muscle mass. And also it can cause, again, exacerbation of the problem. So I felt that personal trainers especially and other fitness leaders would be well served by learning about trigger points. The workshop isn't going to make them an expert, but at least it'll get them aware that trigger points might be playing a role in this, and they can at least maybe palpate for it or ask certain questions, and that maybe if they feel it's necessary, send their client off to a well-trained trigger point practitioner and get it resolved, and then they can go back to the training, and then the muscle will build mass.
Okay, I think you've almost kind of you've kind of answered my next question. Is like looking at your courses, so you have one targeted to the fitness professional and the two others that are hands-on. maybe you can give us a little bit more information on those 3 courses and a little kind of slanting towards what the fitness professional would get out of those courses.
Absolutely. Well, the Understanding Trigger Points to Overcome Pain is essentially a Trigger Point 101 course. There'll be about 4 hours of lecture about trigger points and about 4 hours of hands-on. And it'll be a cursory hands-on, just addressing some of the common issues, such as shoulder problems, rotator cuff issues, lumbar, hips, knees, shin splints, those kind of, typical sport-related issues. The participant will be essentially leave the workshop able to list the 7 chief causes of trigger point formation in the muscle. They should be able to describe the effects of exercise when myofascial trigger points are present. Also, they should be able to generally palpate for trigger points and demonstrate sort of a treatment technique. Now, again, that's not crucial for a fitness trainer. In fact, it is beyond their scope of practice. And we do have a disclaimer for that so that they make sure that they're not doing anything that's going to get them into trouble. But it'll make them aware. Also, they'll be able to demonstrate an understanding of the correct trigger point method for treating Morton's foot structure. And again, Morton's foot structure is a very common congenital bone defect. It affects the second metatarsal of the foot. It's also known as wobbly foot. It will affect your intrinsic foot muscles and your extrinsic foot muscles, which are the ones between the knee and the ankle. Causes a lot of problems, including shin splints, heel spurs, and foot pain. So they'll get a good dose of information on that as well. The hands-on, we have had fitness leaders and personal trainers attend our hands-on sessions. They, even though they won't use it in their line of work, they would be able to even self-treat, which is great. As an athlete, to be able to self-treat trigger points for shin splints or hip issues if you're a runner, it's invaluable. So again, outside their scope of practice for a fitness trainer or a kinesiologist per se, but definitely good information for them. So the 2 hands-on ones that we have offered really serve well to body workers and also to the fitness professional.
Okay. And is there any other final points that you would like to relay to the fitness professionals that are listening?
Well, generally speaking, I would hope that all fitness professionals, whether they're trainers or athletes, being trained, to please be aware that trigger points are a major force to be contended with. Again, I've worked on everything from Olympic athletes to weekend warriors, and the results are sometimes profound. Once we remove those trigger points, the muscle responds and actually starts functioning normal. It'll build proper mass. Runners run faster, jumpers jump higher, etc. So that's my main mission, is to get the word out so that people start thinking about trigger points as part of their remedial therapy, especially if they're having problems.
Okay.
So that's about it.
Okay, and where can people get more information about you, Bill?
Well, I do have my website, www.triggerpoint.ca, and on my website there's lots of information on trigger points and their effects, and some good links to take them around for other information on muscle-related issues.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bill, and thank you very much, Exercises for Injuries blog readers, for listening to the interview with Bill. It was great to get some information on what trigger points are, why fitness professionals need to know about trigger points, and the great courses that Bill offers for fitness professionals. So thank you very much all for listening to the interview, and we will talk to you soon and see you on the blog. Take care, and bye-bye.